Okay, so I've been muted. Oh, okay. Well, let me recap. So I made the. Okay, alright. I just discovered that I was muted for the. Okay, okay, shit happens. No worries. Okay. So let's recap. Off camera, I did the outline for the items in here, and also we can check that it fits very well. Um, I've been also speaking about how it feels to have the outline version of the. So the outline version of the items in here doesn't match the background, so it's better to not have the outlines. I have to speak about that. So what I was like jumping around in the script is I need to have a way to relate the weight with the texture, because I want the texture to be updated in here. So I didn't want to have like a new dictionary with the textures. So what I did is, as we have the resources that have the already the item name. We have also the texture, so I have added the item weight here. So yeah, so now we have a way to know in the same place the name of the item, the texture, also the item weight, and maybe the scale. Well, the scale, we don't need that right now for the next item system. So, well, yeah. And also, as I said, this will be a code stream. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but this is part of the life cycle of the game creation. So yeah, maybe I'll learn a thing or two. So yeah, okay. All right. Let's continue, shall we? So I have like check. So I have updated the dictionary to have our resources preloaded, and thus we will save like in time. And right now this is only like a reference dictionary, and here, okay, so I need to do something different, because now I will need to add the strawberry. So let me search for where I use this spawn with dictionary and what we have here. So it's into spawn is like we will let me see, into spawn, so we will get that from the unlock items dictionary, and when we will add that to items unlock by default and unlock it otherwise. So it's not the default item, and item to spawn and get an item, and we'll add the dictionary. So yeah, so on new item, that's is that. So the next item is, so we use the spawn with dictionary. So we use that here, and we only use that in here. Why? Because we use the unlock items dictionary to check for the RNG. Okay. Okay, that's okay. We'll update that in a moment. So next item, and select next item to spawn. So if unlock items dictionary, we have default item. That's okay mostly. But the default item, we need to change that. So default item will also change because we have that in here, and this is within a string, but we can do that. No worries about that. So then we have that. This is a okay. This is a string also. I wanted to change that already. So this we will need to change that here. Alright. And the selected and to spawn is just the name. So right. So we will do the preload here also. So preload and we'll preload the resource strawberry. So here, but the preload is preload won't. So it just comes out resource and the type is a resource. We don't like that. We don't want that. We want to have that to be as merge item properties. That is the class name. So let's see if we can do that. Maybe we can do something like that, and I don't know if that will create an error. But right now we have an error in two places. So take that, because we need to go default item, then it's no longer the default item, it's that item name, and we'll have here the name of the item. Same with this, dot name. Okay. So that's it, I think. Because also in here the default item right now was a string only. So we are just returning the default item. Those select items found. We'll use that for the next slide. Okay. Maybe I want something else, but for now, we'll do that. Just right now, the next item is a string, but maybe I want it to be a merge item properties. So now we will have a couple of errors already. So our next item, for the spawn new item, it expects a string. Yeah, because it will use that. It will use that. So yeah. So spawn new item will be the next item name, and the next item will be the select item to spawn. But then the select item to spawn doesn't need to return a name. Let's say it's not exactly that name. So it doesn't need to return the name anymore. So it will return just the resource that we will add to the dictionary, because the unlocked items dictionary also will have this. Okay. So the RNG. Now it's not like that. Okay, so we have the result RNG that will be like this. Okay, so we have that unlock item dictionary like this. Dot wait, and will be the same in here. Dot wait. Wait. So I think we have already refactored everything. I think. Okay, so the spawn with dictionary will use the unlock items dictionary, and that will be a dictionary similar to the spawn with dictionary. So yeah, it's supposed to be that. So the unlock items dictionary, we will do a search for that because we need to be sure that we're using it correctly. So okay, so this has, I think it looks for key, and that will do that. So we assign that. Okay. So then we use the items dictionary to get the instance. Go down the scene to instantiate that. Yeah, that will work. Okay. So then we use the size and then return a. So if result RNG, and we use the weight. So for item, they're in there. Result RNG, if it's less than, so we date the candidate, and the candidate will be our resource. Okay. So let's check if everything keeps working, or if we have any kind of error. So we still can. Yeah, next item is strawberry, and then this. Okay. So here there is something that is not okay. So let's look for the errors. Okay, base object of type. Okay, so we need to define the dictionary with our so it's the resource, but we need to make a dictionary with merge item. So let's look for that. Okay, so let's look for that. So Godot 4.5 binary type. Let's look for that, and maybe this one. So let's see. So it's a key value. Yeah, we already know that. So let's see if we can. If we can assign, or we can make it typed. I don't see that in the official documentation. So, love Godot's type dictionary. Dictionary. Okay. So something like that. Okay. Oh, whatever what the familiar place assessment. Okay, so we use square brackets. So dictionary square brackets. Let's go back to Godot and let's see if it's okay. So dictionary is of type dictionary square brackets string and merge item properties. So that should okay. Well, yeah, it's not the one right there. No, not the one. Alright. Yeah, you. Oh yeah. Dictionary, string, and merge item properties. Yeah, this will work, and we'll do the same here. So string and merge item properties. So that should work. So let's try again. Let's see. I can shoot that, and everything. It's again. So invalid access to property or key weight on a base of type resource of merged item properties. Why? That's okay. It's a resource of merged item properties. Maybe I can cast that. Let me see. Merged item properties, and I cast everything on everything. Cast that. Oh, no, it's this. No, it's key. Okay, let's see if I can cast that there. No, I cannot. That should work actually, but I don't know why it's not. Look items dictionary. Do I need to do that? But this is working. Do I need to do like as? Do I need to do that? I don't know if that's necessary at all. I don't think that's necessary, but let's try that before doing something else. So let's try again. Nah, I think it's the same error. Resource merge item properties. Okay. So let's undo this. And something is wrong here. So let's get everything in here. Let's put that elsewhere. Okay, so first, var, okay, first key. Okay. This thing. And we do a print. First key and print first key. First key. And then we will use that. We won't use this for first item. First key. And right now we will do that. So let me check. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's also print that. See what we are looking at, what we're getting. So let's do a print here. Print first item, and first item. Let me see if there's something that it's not okay there. So first key macaron, society, blah 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 blah. Okay. So can I do a dot? Oh, item way, not dot way. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So okay. No, that's okay. We will just do this. This so an item wake this that and before all of this. Okay, so now it should work. I don't know why I name a variable with a specific name and then I don't use that. So non-object valid what? Non-object value. So we will next item. So item respond non-object value. What? Okay, so select item to spawn is this, and it's returning the default item in here, the item in array, and the candidate is also so maybe I need to tell that I would use a merge item properties as a return. Let's see. No. Function select item to spawn. Can change this though, it is not. Trying to return a valid type, a string from a function where candidate shouldn't be a string. Candidate is the default item. The default item shouldn't be a string. So merge item properties. Return candidate. Candidate is default item. The default item should be a merge item properties. For item in array. Okay. From unlock items dictionary. Live type string cannot be assigned to variable type merge item properties. Oh. Lock items dictionary. But you're not a string. Unlock items dictionary is a dictionary of string and merge item properties similar to that. That's nonsense. I don't know what is happening here. So item in array in unlock items dictionary. Print item in array. So yeah, it seems like item in array is a string. Shouldn't, because unlock items dictionary is not. It's a dictionary, but I don't know. Okay, let's look for that. So let's check for that. I'm not entirely okay with that. Let's look for that, because I'm not okay with that. I don't know what's happening. Merge set size. I don't see any typing. So let's look for that again. Godot 4.5 type dictionary. Let's see if it's not a meme Let's see, because it says in here that types dictionary. Maybe this is an old documentation, but it should work. We cannot search. Okay, type dictionary from the base dictionary. Yeah, but I don't have an example. I would love to have an example in here. So let's look for something else. And if not, we will ask the AI. Type dictionary because my type. Yeah. So let's ask the AI to see what it's. See if it gives me a. Okay, so in Godot 4.5, I'm trying to create a type dictionary, and I want my dictionary keys to be strings, and the value of the value will be an object of type merge item properties. That is a resource, a custom resource. Can you provide an example in GDScript? Let's see. So let's see. Yeah, so we have our thingy, dictionary string merge item properties. So we create something, and that's it. Okay, the key. Okay, all right. No. Okay, let's see. If I have something like for item in dictionary in did it call the dictionary in merge items? What is the type of item in dictionary? So item in dictionary represents the key, not the value. Okay. Okay, all right. I think we saw that already the last time we used dictionaries, but somehow I forgot. Okay, so if we go back in here, item in array, it's obviously it's not okay because also we are using them here. I'm a dumbass. So yeah, unlocked items dictionary, item in array, and that's it. Okay. Okay, I am a little slow today, it seems. So yeah, let's do that again, and let's try to see if now everything is working. Okay. 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 Everything seems to be working. That's perfect. Alright. Perfect. That's okay. So now we have refactored our dictionary to be resource based. Alright, so we also will have the onReady here. Already for the next item, right? Be my next item. And so whenever we have a next item in here, so we will do something like next item sprite dot texture will be my next item dot texture, and let's try it. So next item will be the strawberry. That's okay. Okay. So okay, it's not. Oh, why it's not doing that? Next item sprite. That is okay. And it's my next item. And my next item right now has this texture, but I'm assigning that in here. Okay. Because I'm a dumbass already again. So yeah. And ready. We need to do that. And we also need to do that in here. So I'm an idiot. We have the strawberry. Next item is still the strawberry. Now will be the macaron. Yeah. Great. So we have cookies in there. Perfect. Okay, so we'll use that. Perfect. Okay. The donut, perfect. I will have the brownie, perfect. Nice. Okay. Alright. So I'm at a pattern here. Not anymore. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, will it change again or it's just trolling me? I know. Okay, the trolling has stopped. Nice. Good. Alright. Perfect. Okay. Great. Very nice. A little more. Alrighty. Now We have an eclair there. Whoa. Okay. Another eclair. Cheesecake. I don't know. Maybe there. Okay, you need something. Good. S'mores. Well. Yeah. We have another s'mores there. Alright. Okay. Okay, now the pudding is too much. Okay, alrighty. Yeah, it seems to be working pretty good also. Alright. Another cookie. More strawberries. I'm tired of this. Alright. And everything seems to be working okay. It doesn't fit anymore. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah. It seems to be working quite okay. So, the next item is done. So, that is. So, my green was this green. Where we have the next things to have? Here. Okay, so that is done. Now we will go back here. We'll use that. So what we can do for my items? What we can do? The items. So they should. Okay, we have a couple of options there. Let me go. Let me check my empty. So if let's go back to the black. So if we have our plates in there, okay, and I want my items to be there, then I want that every time I unlock an item, so this is the shelf, by the way. Okay, so I want that every time I unlock an item, it will vibrate and then fall down. If I have my table here, it will go underneath and then it will be like destroyed. Okay? So one thing I can do is have like a physics object and do that by gravity. Okay, or I can simulate that, and it's like let's do something like that. Yes, falling by code. But I think that as this is not a very heavy computing game, I can go with a physics object. And we already have physics objects in there. So, but I can, if I make a physics object, because I don't want to simulate that, what I need to do is doesn't apply gravity until it falls. And there's no collider, or there's no collision until out of map and will be destroyed. So we already have something like that. Okay. And these are our merge items, but we will need to have different. We'll need to have different scripts for that, and I don't think that's entirely necessary. Maybe. Oh, I think I will treat them as different type of objects. Okay, let me think about that. Let me think about that, because right now I want to keep them simple. I don't want to redo lots of things. So yeah, our merge item has all the inputs. That won't be necessary. I can mark that as disabled and then add some kind of small script that will I don't know. Oh, it would be okay. I will need to do a couple of things different. And I don't know if I'm okay with that. Maybe. Or then I can okay, so from my the next item, this can be removed also. This will also be removed. So from here, the only thing I want is my ready function. And I don't want this part in here. But for that I have the actions enabled. What I can do is create another scene, like my collision checker, because this has nothing. It's just a node with a script that is doing everything, as the connect to signal and so on and so forth. What I can do okay, I don't know. Maybe another dictionary. Maybe as a okay. Let's see. Oh, we have the connect to signal on merge body. Enter, and in the initialize, checker. And we can do a couple of signals. Maybe I will try that. Let's try that. So let's create another one, and it will be just a node, and this will be like shelf behavior or something like that. Oh, shelf behavior, and we can add the script. And I want it to be on scripts, shelf behavior .gd, things node, first name, shelf behavior, and as the collision checker, we'll have a signal. No. We will connect a signal. Do we? Do we have a signal for an item that is unlocked? We don't have that. So whenever we unlock an item here, when unlocked, walk on the shelf. Maybe a signal? I won't use a signal for now, but I want a couple of things. It's called a rigid body in here. Yeah, my rigid body to me. For my merge item. I want my rigid body because I want to have like and machine shape. Let's keep running, for example. How we do that? Checker. And smart item. No, it wasn't there. It was on the merge item. The apply scale, I think. Collision shape. So we have a collision shape there. And I call it node. what is a collision polygon? It's a node to be. Because I want to disable collisions. Or maybe I can do that with the collision shape. Let me see what I can do. Collision shape. I think I can like enable or disable. Hmm. What can I do with this? No, I don't want to hide it. I think there's something like be able to be enabled and disabled. But I can I don't know if I can do that or how right now. No, it's not physics, not print process. Let's see. It's nothing like that. I want to remove that necessarily because well, I don't really need to do that to disable anything. So I won't do that. No, I just need to. Yeah. I just need the rigid body. If I can initialize that and have the rigid body, I can have a function like shake and fall. And do something like rigid body dot I think it was something like being static or not, or something like that. Yeah, freeze mode, kinematic freeze mode. Okay, let's look at. Well, I can ask the ChatGPT. So, chat. In Godot 4.5, I have a rigid body within. I want to have a script that's marked as static. I want to have a script that makes the rigid body 2D react to physics again. How can I achieve that? Not rigid. Not static. Yes, that I know, but no. Rigid. Okay. Okay, so rigid mode. Nah. Freeze mode. I don't have a mode rigid. You're lying to me. Okay, I'm in Godot 4.5. It doesn't seem to be a mode property and or a mode rigid value. Yeah, I am absolutely right here. Created flags to handle locking the concept switching with the static and dynamic. I don't think that's body mode, really. I don't think that's so. As you can see, AI is no mode. It's freeze mode that lets me do a freeze mode, kinematic and static. So yeah, AI not always a good option. So there's a freeze mode that we already saw. Freeze mode is static. Freeze mode is kinematic. Forces, Go back there. Set freeze enable. True, the body is frozen. See freeze mode set. Freeze. And use the freeze is enabled. Okay, so I can do something like rigid body dot freeze equals false, and apply shake and let it fall. Okay, so we will do like a yeah. So for now, let's do that and save that in scenes and add the shell behavior to our brownie, for example. Brownie, add that. Shell behavior, my brownie. So let's go back. My merge item and do a on ready shell behavior that will be my shell behavior. And so in my on ready so if shell behavior is not null, then shell behavior dot initialize and is I think I can do a self. And then I will do a shell behavior dot chicken fall. Only for the brownie. So let's add a brownie. So let's go to game, add brownie. Let's move that in here. So let me wait. My game background. I need to have an ordering of 10. So if my brownie, yeah, okay. So let's go there. So my brownie my rigid body, let me see, actions enabled will be false. Let's see the rigid body and the activation freeze on. let's do the kinematic. And so right now it will fall. And it's not falling. And really not found shell behavior. Oh yeah, of course. It's not. Okay, so nope. We don't want to do that. And it will be a shell behavior. So I'm already go here and shell behavior will be equal to get child. How does get child works? Maybe a find. Find child by name. Okay, let's see. Else print name plus shell behavior not found. Brownie shell behavior not found. But does this brownie have a shell behavior? Shelf behavior. Okay, if I write that, okay. Shelf. That's okay. Okay, so we have the shell behavior. And nothing else. So let's go printing. So if rigid body has no print shell behavior, rigid body is null. Okay, so shell behavior is should. Let's see. Nothing, of course. So let me put the game and my remote. And I don't have remote because things, I don't know. So I have my brownie. Brownie have a shell behavior. So brownie, it's not freeze. It is freeze. Why? It's not freeze. Why it's freeze? You should not be freeze. So now everything is okay. Huh. Why are you not? Okay, let's see. Uh-huh. Let's. I don't want. I don't like that. This doesn't do anything for Godot that is useful. But it set rigid body prop kinematic to dynamic. Let's see. That's not what I want. Change the mode of rigid body. I think that's what I want. Okay, this is not working. Mode character, mode rigid. There is no mode. There is no mode in here anymore. I have freeze mode, and usually freeze. Oh, I remember now. What I need to do is come back here, gravity scale, let's put it at 4. Help. Okay, physics, collision, let's put that on layer 2, and mask 2, just because, yeah, it falls, okay. Alright, so I need to address everything now. So, I will have my game background to be on set index 0 again. I will have my brownie to be on that index. Okay, let me see. No, not the collision. No, a node. Ordering, I think. Set index at -1. Usually it shouldn't use what I have done. There's negative numbers, but I don't want to change everything. So yeah, that well. And let's see, gravity scale. Let's put just on 1. And my brownie did fall, but it's no longer so. My shelf should also be like -2, and I will see that falling. Okay. Okay. That's something. That's something. All right. Now we need to shut up. Now we need to make it shake. Let's keep searching. So, for 4.5, make rigid body shake. No, make node shake. Screen shake. No, I don't want to screen shake. Camera shake. Make object shake. Yeah. So to make control mode shake, like screen shake, but using twin mode, you can play with vectors, coordinate, So what does with the screen shake? Oh, I don't want it. Yeah, this is what I want. Something like that. Twin, 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 twin. Right to the shake, twin, interpolate. Start, something like that. Generalize to make movement smooth. The script creates some randomness in the position of the process. Okay, so let's do that for a time. Just shake for like quarter of a second, something like that. So let's add a timer. And just like in my, what did I have a timer? I think I have a timer here. Yeah, I have a timer. And start. So I will make the shaking timer start. We shake, and when the timer stops, we fall. Stop shaking and fall. Okay. So shelf behavior. Timer node. Timeout. Shelf behavior. Connect. Okay, so this will be just shake. and we'll be doing a function fall, and the fall will just be this, and my shake, let's do a boolean bar is shaking false. Okay, so shake. Let's see. What I can do here. I think I will make the function process. Process. And create delta. And if is shake, okay, is shaking is not okay. This is shaking. Okay. And here in shake, we will use random as in our game. Here, so my shell behavior will benefit from that, but instead of that, it will be like minus 5 to plus 5, and self dot parent get parent dot position or transform. Okay. I don't know what. Global position, get parent global position dot text plus equals plus return, and let's do that just a in my initialize, let's do it just like this, shaking through just to see how it looks. Boom! Yeah. I know there is no shake and full, but I don't know where I put that in my image. Like that. Okay. Let's see. Too much. Okay. Need to do something else. our default position. Vector 2. And function ready. Default position is get parent dot default position. And default position x plus x. Maybe times delta. Oh, bye. That's obviously not. Forget that shake. I don't care. I want to. So yeah, forget about delta because it will be 0. Maybe I can make as result RNG times delta. Maybe. Yeah, let's delta and delta and times delta like this, and it does nothing because it's below 0. So yeah, just a shake. And it's almost time. So let's go for the shaking. Vibration. It's mostly the vibration. I love that. Okay, it's a vibration. Alright. So and shake. So shake. Function set to shake. So I will have is shaking equals true and timer. Do I have the timer in here? No. Oh. Unready. Bar timer. Dollar timer. And we'll have a timer dot start. And we have our. Okay, so the timer also needs to not auto start. The waiting time will be like 0.25. Timer dot start, and when on timer timeout to a fall. And my fall, what we'll do is shaking false. Really? Um, Checking false. By the way, I have the rigid body here, so I don't need to do a. I can do a rigid body. So rigid body dot global position dot x equals default position dot x, and then freeze. So I do the shake. Set to shake on time up fall. Okay, so right now I will put that in the on ready. Um, Set to shake. It will be like very fast, so I don't know if we will do that. Like, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's put the timer on 3 seconds. So 3 seconds after. Yep. Alright, I like that. I really like that. Yeah. Well, that's it for today. Um, I hope you liked the stream. I hope you learned something, as I always do. And next time, we will continue with the shake and fold. Okay, and let's see if I can finish this part there. Sorry. So let's see if I can. Let me see. Where do I have that? Okay. Let's see if next week I can finish this part, and we'll have almost every single core functionality done. Oh, let's see you next week. I hope it will be in Wednesday, and if not, please follow me on X so you can know whenever I go live and if there's some change in the schedule. Thank you all, and bye bye.